I've done so far. A little bit about me. I'm an immigrant here from India, came here to pursue my graduate education at Arizona State University in biomedical informatics with an objective of improve people's life. And so when I was going through my college, I saw a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of my fellow colleagues will come up with great concepts, great academic ideas, and will submit for dissertation to graduate at the university, but then it will not go anywhere. They will end up taking a job at big MNCs and PayPal, Google, and Facebook, and all of their creativity, all of the things that they learned in healthcare, biomedical, and biotech will be just buried in the academic institution in the form of a book. And I was like, this has to change. Why people are spending so much time going to the college if they are not able to pursue what they really want to. And so at that time I decided that I want to do something different. And guess what? The day when I decided, the next day I got an offer from Mayo Clinic for a full-time salary, 401k. I was 24 and I was like, wow, this is great. And I had a dabble moment whether should I do what I want to do or should I just take a job, get married, have kids, and life is all good. And I decided, no, I'll listen to what really I want to do rather than what the world wants me to do. And so I was looking for different concepts and business ideas and came across one of a really good algorithm in the school, and that was built by this individual whose mission was to improve patients' life by understanding complex and difficult conditions, anywhere from epilepsy, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and others. And at that time, I thought that it will require millions of dollars in funding. Where can we get that? So on and so forth. And at every moment of the day, we were thinking whether this will work or not. But we teamed up together. We applied to various incubators here in town and in LA. And we got in. We started getting funding from other people and other nonprofits and foundations. And that was a moment where it was clear that we are destined to do this. Long story short, we built a team, got office space, launched the first product, proved at Mayo Clinic last year, and we are on a mission to improve and empower people's life through a diagnostic application, which is used in various clinics and hospitals here in the Valley and soon to be nationwide. And I thought that was cool. We got it, we are done, now we are successful entrepreneurs. And guess what? A lot of people and colleagues started coming to me and said, Neil, how are you able to launch this business with an objective of being socially conscious and ethically driven while making money? That is fascinating. And I said, yes, that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so we started another business. It's an agency, just like Joseph. I'm inspired to do multiple things. And even before I know, now I'm involved in like 4 businesses, 3 nonprofits, 2 different committees, and so on and so forth. And so eventually, aligning with what's going on here, and I'm pretty sure that all of us believe in doing something what, our internal kind of the calling is telling us to do. So keep doing it, keep at it, and all the best.
Neil, fantastic to have you. You're an entrepreneur. You're a powerful entrepreneur. How do you see entrepreneurship to help expand us into this new world of freedom? What do you see happening soon?
Sure. So entrepreneurship is a pretty broad word where people can connect and decipher the way they want. Entrepreneurs can be a single person, a solo entrepreneur who is doing something on their own, just launching an online business, doing ClickFunnels and launching it and selling the courses or selling coaching programs, all the way to building a business where the objective is to do something which is meaningful. So there is also a new thing which is coming up in the market. It's called B Corp, Benefit Corporation, where you are not just aligning your stakeholders' incentive to be focused on the bottom line, that is how much money you're making at the end of each month, how many sales you are having. So for example, when we raise capital for any of our businesses, I always tell my investor that you will lose the money, you will never see the money back, and are you okay with that? And I make them sign on the paper, but I know I'm going to make them filthy rich at the end of the day, but I don't want them to have any expectation that they are investing just like a stock market, that they will make the money overnight. And what we do is, all of my sales team, all of my team members, we are very focused on actually providing services and solutions to people who have the need and the people who are the right fit. So for example, there was this amazing lady who wanted to build an app because her son has a complex form of ALS, and it's only 1 in 10,000 kids who have throughout the planet. And I said, yes, we can build your app, we can launch a website, but are you doing this because you want to create awareness, or are you doing this in the hope of making money? Because if you're focused on creating awareness, we are all in. But if you're focused on making money, it might not be a good fit, because you will be giving us a check, we'll launch it, but there is not enough market. And so that was a calculative decision, where you are walking a fine line between selling and making money for your business and for your team so that you can do payroll, or making sure that the client or the customer who is coming and knocking at your door has a really solid, clear, unbiased guidance as to where they want to go next. So that's where the new entrepreneurship is going into the place where we are more focused on providing value to the community rather than just thinking about what's in the bottom line.
Absolutely amazing, perfectly stated. And also, yes, entrepreneurship as well. Some people are going to be the visionaries, and then some people are going to be your support team. So remember that we're all here to support and lift each other up on the journey. So fantastic answer, Colleen. Share with us a little bit about Global Citizen University, your most recently launched campaign.
Yes, I love this. So to me, I really take a powerful stand for the evolution of humanity and what that means on planet Earth right now. As most of us sitting in this room have had very good, compared to the world, social and economic standing. And the more that I've really dug into my master's, which kind of seems funny as I'm academic and entrepreneur, I've really felt this strong tie of what is social entrepreneurship and what is policy, or what is social movements, and how do those play together? How do those really get to reshape and design this world? And what does that mean? What does that feel like? And so what I really created is this university that just launched a couple months ago, where I've really broken it down into 4 things that I see are very, very important if you're really here to transform the world with love, if you're really here to design the world from your story. And the first part I saw was freedom. What is freedom? Every single one of us have a different idea of freedom, and that's totally okay. Some people want to live on a beach and be a massage. I have a woman who does massages in Fiji at this resort that I still talk to on Facebook. She's okay with that. She wants to be that, and that's freedom for her. How beautiful it is that we live in a world that exists. So what is that for you? What is freedom? The second part I see is really, really important in this new world, or global citizenship, or entrepreneurship, is policy. Most people think that economic growth happens from political influence, when it's actually social injustices and social movements that actually create the economic and political things that we desire, growth. And it's really getting into how can you do that in your life, in every single day, every single way of who you naturally be in your essence. And the third thing I've really learned that's really important no matter where you're at is purposeful contribution. What does that feel like to you? What does that mean for you? I really don't believe we're living in a world of problem solution anymore. I believe we're living in a world of opportunity solution. And those are the shifts that get to happen for you to really impact this world, whatever that means to you. I also really believe the last thing is conscious citizenship. We are all already citizens of this world, whether you realize it or not. There's data that's being used on our phone right now for civil wars that are going on. And I'm letting you know right now, that's fine if you want to choose to be unaware, but everything you do has an impact on this planet. So choose what you love, choose what excites you, choose what you're passionate about. Because truly this movement of love is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And if you do choose to not go with it, that's okay. But the financial goal, the freedom, whatever that you're desiring, is going to step further and further and further away from you. Thank you.
Affirmed. Beautifully stated. Donna, entrepreneurship for you.
For me, it's literally changing a life. Okay, so it's being able to help another woman and or a man, but you know, primarily for me, women, not have to go on that journey alone. But even more so is if I can help them redefine their energy space and teach their children. I see so many things that I honestly wish I'd done with my children. But you know what? I didn't know. I just didn't know because of how I grew up from my parents' time. And you know, my dad was a pretty tough taskmaster. He's my best friend, but he was pretty tough. And I didn't know, and I would like to make that energy shift and that health shift easier for parents and easier for their children, and it become really filled with harmony and love and not fight and flight, because we have way too much of that with our youth. So if I can reteach one person and they can share that with their children, that's entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Joseph, I want you to take just a quick second and share a little bit more. You said that you're jumping out of space, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the room heard that. Share a little bit about jumping out of space and what that means.
So, long story short, I had created a device that could take people up to 140,000 feet. I spoke at SpaceCom a couple weeks ago, and I walked into the room and everybody was basically about twice my age. It was really fascinating to be able to see, and for those of you that are maybe on the younger side, or maybe you're going into a market where maybe you look completely different, maybe you are a completely different age, or you come from the most improbable background, there is somewhat of a bias a little bit in that industry. So in order to be able to break out into that space, I decided, okay, what is the biggest way I can be able to establish credibility in this space? And it was to be able to actually be the guinea pig for my own project. So I'm going to be actually using my actual device to be able to go up to 140,000 feet. We already manufacture spacesuits. We actually spoke at SpaceCom about the 3 solutions that we ended up doing for the actual spacesuits that we manufactured. One, making it safer for female astronauts to actually go into space, to be able to prevent UTIs and other forms of infection, especially when breathing out respiratory illnesses that end up developing, because there is a decrease in basically your immune system in microgravity and zero gravity. So the whole reason why I'm doing the jump is initially to be able to gain awareness, to be able to get a stage, also attract investors, and also be able to showcase the technology that we have, and also be able to break into the market that we're going to be soon to start offering the ability to be able to take people up to near space.
Amazing. All I'm thinking right now is, can I wear a spacesuit on the red carpet? Like, that's all I'm thinking. Can I get this in a dress? Amazing panel. Thank you guys so much for being here with us and joining us today. Okay, thank you, darling. Okay, is Brian still here? Okay, well that's interesting. He was one that I left off a panel, so he's not here anyway, so it worked out totally perfectly. I have one more person before our speaker spotlight, and it is so exciting to be brought together with her. She is a musician. She has a business called Biz Tuition, and she literally is an intuitive guide for many people, but in general of my own connection with her, we had a